Most people think antifreeze is just there to stop your engine from freezing when it's cold outside. They think as long as they see some colored liquid in that plastic tank, everything is fine. But they are lying to you. Your engine is literally rotting from the inside out right now, and by the time you see a leak on your driveway, it's already too late. You are probably driving a ticking time bomb, and the worst part is, you probably put the fuse in there yourself. If you think you can just top off your coolant with whatever bottle is on sale at the grocery store, you are making a $5,000 mistake. In the next 25 minutes, I'm going to show you why the color of your coolant is a total scam, how mixing the wrong types creates a literal sludge that chokes your engine to death, and why your mechanic might be praying you keep doing exactly what you're doing. We are pulling back the curtain on the chemistry that the big brands don't want you to understand, because your ignorance is their profit. Let's start with the basics that no one tells you. Most drivers treat coolant like gas. You think as long as the tank isn't empty, the car will run. But coolant isn't just a liquid that moves heat. It is a complex chemical shield. Inside your engine, you have a mix of different metals. You have aluminum, iron, steel, copper, and brass. And when I say brass, I don't mean the food you eat. I mean the metal alloy made of copper and zinc that's used in your radiator and sensors. When you put a liquid across all those different metals and add heat and vibration, you create a battery. A literal electrical charge starts moving through your engine block. This is called electrolysis. Without the right chemicals in your coolant to stop this, that electricity starts eating the metal. It starts with the water pump, then it moves to the radiator, and eventually it eats a hole right through your engine block. The industry has tricked us into thinking color is the way to choose coolant. You see green, orange, red, or blue. You think, okay, my car has green, so I will buy green. That is the biggest lie in the automotive world. Color is just dye. It's just ink. There is no international law that says green has to be one specific chemical. You could buy a cheap green coolant that is packed with silicates that will shred your modern water pump seals in a month. Or you could mix a long-life orange with an old-school yellow and create a chemical reaction that turns into a thick brown jelly. Once that jelly is inside your heater core and those tiny passages in your engine, you can't just flush it out. You're looking at a total engine teardown. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. If you open your car's manual, you might see something crazy. Some manufacturers, like Ford, Toyota, or Mercedes-Benz, claim their coolant is lifetime or lasts for 10 years or 240,000 kilometers. This is a massive trap. Why do they say this? Because it makes the car look low maintenance to the first buyer. They only care about the car lasting until a warranty expires. After that, if your radiator rots or your head gasket blows, that's more money for their service department. In the real world, no chemical stays stable for 10 years while being boiled and frozen thousands of times. On the other side of the spectrum, we have people who change their coolant every single year. You might be one of them, and I'm here to tell you, stop wasting your money. If you are using high-quality coolant and distilled water, changing it every year is overkill. So why do we do it? Usually, it's because we use low-quality products from the local shop that lose their protection quickly, or worse, we use tap water. Tap water is a death sentence. It's full of minerals like calcium and magnesium. When that water gets hot, those minerals turn into rock inside your engine. It's like the scale inside an old kettle. This scale acts like a blanket, keeping the heat inside the metal instead of letting the coolant carry it away. This is why your engine melts even when the gauge says it's fine. Let's talk about the pH levels. Fresh coolant is alkaline. It's designed to neutralize the acids that form as the liquid ages. But after 3 years, those buffers are gone. The liquid turns into acid. It starts eating your rubber seals and plastic connectors. This is why cars that are only 7 years old have massive leaks. It wasn't a bad part, it was bad chemistry. Your engine block is like a living thing. It needs to breathe and stay cool. If the veins are clogged with sludge or being eaten by acid, the heart will stop. I want to warn you about the all makes, all models bottles. These are a scam. There is no such thing as a universal coolant. Every engine has a specific recipe of inhibitors for the specific metals inside it. Using a universal fluid is like using a universal medicine for every illness. It might not kill you today, but it's not solving the problem. If you have a Honda, use the Honda Blue. If you have a Toyota, use the pink. Don't be lazy with the most important liquid in your car. And please, never use those stop leak products. They are like a heart attack for your engine. They might stop a leak for a day, but they also clog the tiny tubes in your heater core and reduce your engine's cooling ability by 40%. Once that gunk is in there, you can never get it all out. You are giving your car a permanent fever. How do you know if your engine is rotting right now? Be a detective. When the engine is cold, open the cap. Look for brown slime or white crusty minerals. If you want to be a pro, use a multimeter. Put the black lead on the negative battery post and dip the red lead into the coolant. If you see more than 0.3 volts, your coolant has become an electrolyte. It is literally stripping atoms of metal off your engine block. It is eating your car alive. The climax of this whole situation is realizing how much money you've been throwing away. People spend thousands on oil changes, but ignore the liquid that keeps the engine from melting. Don't be that person. Don't let your engine rot from the inside because of a lie told by a marketing department. In summary, stop looking at the color of the liquid and start looking at the chemistry. Never use tap water, only distilled water. Stop believing the lifetime fluid myth, but also stop wasting money by changing it every year if you're using the good stuff. Change it every 3 to 5 years with the exact fluid the manual calls for. It is the cheapest insurance you will ever buy.